Welcome to this new episode. I'm truly glad you're here. Today, we're talking about something that concerns each and every one of us. How do we overcome hardships? How do we face difficult times, rise from beneath the rubble of pain, and regain our strength once again? You may go through moments when everything around you seems to collapse, when the road feels blocked, and you're on the verge of giving up. But the truth? Hardships are not the end of the road, they're the beginning of it. Take a deep breath and focus with me. Hardships are what build our strength, shape our character, and reveal depth within us we never knew existed. And because you are stronger than you think, I'm here today to give you keys to help you overcome the pain, reorganize your inner chaos, and start again with stronger energy and deeper faith. Stay with me. These next few minutes might just be the turning point in your life. Remember, everything has an end. No emotion lasts forever. No crisis continues endlessly. This is a universal truth, whether we like to admit it or not. Human beings pass through cycles of joy and sorrow, light and darkness, triumph and defeat. So, when you find yourself surrounded by worries, remember, just as day does not stop night from coming, pain does not stop relief from arriving. Think about your past experiences. How many times did you think the pain would never end? How many times did you feel your heart would never heal? Yet, here you are. You made it through. Time alone doesn't heal, but it moves forward, and with it, everything else does too. Believing that everything has an end gives you peace in the storm. Not because it instantly removes the pain, but because it reminds you. You are not walking through an endless tunnel. There is an exit, and the light at the end is waiting for your patience. Break the problem into smaller pieces. We often feel paralyzed in front of big problems. Why? Because they seem like one massive, overwhelming block. Imagine standing before a giant wall of heavy stones. Can you push it all at once? Of course not. But what if you removed just one stone at a time? Eventually, the wall begins to fall apart. That's what breaking the problem down does. For example, if you're drowning in debt or financial stress, don't say, "I'll never get out of this." Instead, ask yourself, what is the smallest step I can take today? Can I write down all my expenses? Can I cut down just food costs this week? Can I sell something I don't need for a bit of money? This way, the crisis turns from a terrifying monster into a series of small doors. And with every door you open, you're one step closer to a solution. Writing and emotional release. People think writing is only for writers, but in truth, it's medicine for the tired soul. When you write, you're not just talking, you're pulling out buried emotions, old wounds, and unspoken grief. Sometimes you can't tell people what's inside you. You fear they won't understand, you feel ashamed, or you simply don't have the words. But paper doesn't judge, it doesn't interrupt, it doesn't reject you. It listens and keeps your secrets in silence. Write everything on your mind, even if it doesn't make sense. Write as if speaking to someone you love who can't talk but listens with all their heart. Write until you cry, until you calm down, until you see things from a different angle. Seek support from those you trust. We were created to share pain, not to carry it alone. We often try to be strong by staying silent, but silence doesn't make us heroes. It just burdens our hearts more. When you open your heart to someone you trust, a friend, a sibling, a therapist, or even a stranger, you're not showing weakness. You're showing courage, the courage to admit you need someone. Support doesn't mean they solve your problems. It means they say, "I see you, I hear you, you're not alone." And sometimes, those words alone can turn a storm into a breeze and a lump in your throat into a deep breath. Choose someone who doesn't judge but embraces, who doesn't belittle your feelings but honors them. Someone who says, "I'm here whenever you need me." Taking care of yourself, even while in pain. When you're hurting, it's normal to forget yourself. You stop eating, neglect your appearance, you sleep too much, or not at all. It's as if you want to disappear from the world. But the truth is, this is the time you need yourself the most. Self-care is not luxury, it's survival. When you eat well, sleep well, take a short walk in the sun, shower, and change your clothes, you're telling yourself, I still deserve to live. I still matter, even in pain. Your body needs gentleness. Your soul needs a routine to bring it back to balance. Don't neglect yourself, even if you don't feel like it. Do it as an act of mercy. Do it because you deserve to be okay. Remember the hardships you've already survived. Each one of us carries a history of past wounds, moments we thought we'd never survive, a night when you cried until your heart fell asleep, a moment you thought you'd break forever, someone you lost, yet you lived on. And now, you're here, you made it, you endured, you learned. Yes, maybe with scars, but you're still standing. Remember this every time new pain appears. Say to yourself, I've been through this before. I carry a memory of resilience. I have endured before. I will endure again. Focus on what you can control. One of the biggest drains on our mental energy is trying to control what we simply can't. We want to know what will happen next month. We want to control how others react. We want to ensure nothing hurts us in the future. But the truth? You only own this moment. What you say now, what you do now, what you choose now. When you shift your focus to what you can do, you regain your power. Don't waste energy worrying about the future or blaming the past. Ask yourself, what's in my hands right now? And you'll be surprised how many small things you can change today. Trust in God and His wisdom. When life gets too heavy, there is no embrace more comforting than that of God. He knows your secret without a word. He hears the cry of your heart even when you can't express it. He values your tears, even the ones you haven't cried yet. Faith doesn't erase pain, but it gives it meaning. When you believe that behind every hardship is wisdom, even if you don't see it, you don't collapse. You hold on to trust. Trust that God does not test you in vain. Trust that He knows what you do not. Trust that even delayed relief is for your good, even if you don't understand it yet. Engage in something useful. When you stay in bed, staring at the ceiling, recycling the same dark thoughts, you give pain more space to grow. But when you move, even a little, you take its power away. Keeping busy isn't escape, it's breathing. Do some exercise, clean your room, draw, read, cook, or just sit with a child. Do something, anything, to break the dark cycle of overthinking. A small action can make a huge difference in your day and in your spirit. Accept that pain is part of growth. We all wish life was a string of happy moments only, but the truth is, we grow not in joy, but in pain. Pain forces you to look within. It makes you rearrange your priorities. It reveals who truly cares. It pushes you to change and mature. When you understand this, you stop resisting pain and start befriending it. You don't hate it, you try to learn from it. You ask, why did you come to me? What are you trying to teach me? And in that moment, pain turns from an enemy into a teacher, from an obstacle into a turning point. Final words. In the end, remember, storms don't come to destroy you, but to reshape you. Every moment of pain you've been through has built a version of you that is stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what's ahead. Don't let despair steal your light. Don't let your fall be the end, make it the beginning of a stronger you. If you stumble, stand up. If you cry, wipe your tears and keep going. And if you feel alone, remember, someone out there believes in you, even if you don't see them. Thank you for joining me on this short journey. I hope my words touched something within you, something that sparks your determination and reminds you always, as long as you're breathing, you can start again. Thank you for your time, and don't forget to share this episode with someone you care about. It might just be the light they need today.